are changing the world with 3 questions at a time. It's your boy, MJ Knight. And we're going to kick things off with one of our frequent askers, the Co92, at the Co92 on Twitter. There's your plug. And his question, have I seen the new TV series, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? If so, what are your thoughts? Regrettably, I have not had the pleasure of sitting down to watch this because I've been hearing extremely good things about it. Even a rather high regarded opinion from the mighty Tarrison. Yes! But I do want to get around to watching this at some stage because this is actually involved and continuing the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's not it is breaking off into its own thing, but it's still within the continuity that has been established since 2008. So that's good. From the Firebird Freak. Let's say a Sonic movie on the big screen has been confirmed, something that we've all been wanting as Sonic fans for a while. Who do you want to work on it? And who do you want to stay far away from it? Not going there with that one. If I'm being honest, I would get Sega to have audition sessions with the likes of Jaleel White and Roger Craig Smith, because those two I believe to be the most ideal voices for the iconic mascot. Who I would like to have work on it, maybe Universal, but maybe give it to DreamWorks in regards to how well they can do CG, and maybe involve Weta Digital with their work on Avatar and Rise of Planet of the Apes. Who do I not want to work on it? Michael Bay, Megan Fox, Uwe Boll, don't get the Asylum Company to work on it because I don't think they do it justice, and most certainly keep Ken Penders away from it. And this is a really good question. This is something I only found about the other day. Question 3, am I excited for the Ford Mustang going on sale in the UK? Oh yes! The Ford Mustang is an iconic muscle pony car that has been in the consciousness and pop culture of America since the early 1960s, and with the events in recent years where some muscle cars are slowly making their way into Europe, and I'll tell you why this is. There was a European car company called the Daewoo, which went out of business at least about 5 to 6 years ago. If I'm incorrect, there's the comment section, that's what it's there for. And Chevrolet acquired to what little was left of the company. So, you know, like the Chevrolet Matiz, that was originally a Daewoo, but it's now a Chevy. And I'm going to continue to say Chevy, even though they say no, you'd like to pronounce it Chevrolet. I'm not bound by Chevrolet, I shall say as I please. But since then, it's opened the floodgates because we now have the Chevy Corvette in this country, which is a great muscle car. Not the most probably economical car, but when you've got a car that's got lineage, heritage and history like that, who cares? Seriously, you buy a 40 to 50 grand muscle car to look the part and look the business, what are you gonna care? The same regard with the Chevy Camaro coming over here. We do have it, but it's on a strictly limited release, which I think is kind of a kick in the balls to the people that are absolute gas heads. No relation to Bristol Rovers, by the way. That absolutely love cars, regardless whether it's American muscle or European cars. The Camaro, current one particularly, is just a beautiful piece of craftsmanship. And the Ford Mustang, I've had a soft spot for this car ever since I saw the 2005 model. I mean, I knew of the Mustang's existence, but never really one to sort of think, okay, looks cool. But that was before I saw the 2005, and the first time I ever saw that model, I was like, This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This car is captivating. The thing that they did with the 05 model, which I thought was very slick, was they were able to make it look modern enough, yet at the same time you could look at it and think, it looks like the classic old school 60s look. You know, it was a nice to see a blend of the two, because I had seen the 80s look of the Ford Mustang, and I wasn't a fan of it. Nothing personal to Ford, it's just I looked at the design that Ford had of the 80s Mustang, and it didn't do anything for me. The 2003 model's a nice little touch, but the 05 to 09 model, that's just like, nice. And I understand why they did what they did with the 2010 look up to 2015, which they will then change for the 50th anniversary of the Mustang. I understand why they made it look a little bit more curved, a little bit more aerodynamic. It's to cut down on the fuel emissions. You know, that's one of the things that Obama made a point of doing ever since he got into office. Now, I know a few petrol heads, you know, and gasoline heads are not a fan of that, and I understand that. You know, you want your pride and joy to be able to purr and roar the way they should. I totally get that, but at the same time, oil is not as plentiful as it used to be, and they're just trying to find ways to actually get more out of your mileage by actually bringing the revs and the consumption down. I don't know where, I can't remember where I read this, but I remember reading that a Ford Roush, a Roush Mustang could go 39 miles to the gallon, which, when you sit down and think about it, that's very impressive for a car that's built for performance like that, because Roush is a performance enhancement garage, firm, company, call it what you will, because Ford will make the Mustang, and then they will give one of the stock models over to that company, and they will just go and modify it till they can actually get more out of it in terms of the handling, in terms of the traction, in terms of the torque on the actual machine. You know, they are one of the specialists to go to. It's the same thing with the Celine model. So with it finally coming to the UK, just some 2 to 3 years short of its 50th anniversary, it's a good time to be a Mustang enthusiast. Now the problem is, when it comes over here, it's got to meet certain European fuel regulations, because they're going to tame this particular pony to not be as fast and, you know, not be as abrasive with the fuel and the engine rev. But to be fair, we know this is a similar thing that's happening in America as well. And again, if I'm incorrect, comment section. But yeah, I am absolutely psyched for the Ford Mustang to finally come to the UK, because I think it's been long overdue, and to be able to see this iconic muscle pony car finally make it into British showrooms, I think for, you know, anybody that's a car fan or a Mustang enthusiast in the UK, this is going to be a dream come true to them. I mean, for some people, this is all of their birthdays and Christmases come at once. For me, it's all of my Christmas and WrestleManias, the good ones, all coming at once. I say the good ones because anything past 25, 26, that's another story. But yeah, I'm absolutely psyched for it, and should I get a lottery win? I know what I'm getting for later this year. You know I'll do it. But yeah, like I say, absolutely psyched. I read that earlier this week. That put me on Cloud 27. Not Cloud 9, Cloud 27. 3 times the fun. But yeah, there's your 3 questions for this week. You know the usual drill. Comment section, tweet me, or comment section below. Until next time, class dismissed.